Good morning, everyone. I'm Larry Nettles, chair of the Vincent and Elkins Hydraulic Fracturing Task Force. This is our 7th annual Hydraulic Fracturing Symposium. We formed our Hydraulic Fracturing Task Force 8 years ago to make sure we were on top of all of the issues relating to this emerging technology, and I should say now evolving technology. We're glad you're here for our 7th program. Let me just briefly explain what we're going to do. We're going to, first of all, talk about commercial implications of hydraulic fracturing. At our first symposium, we explained to you how the process was performed out in the field. There have been dramatic changes, a credit to American ingenuity. The process keeps evolving and improving, and we're going to update you on what's happening out in the field now. Then I will provide a regulatory update. We'll have a litigation update. We're going to have a presentation on safety and OSHA issues, and we're also going to have a transactional market update. This year, we're pleased to have a couple of outside presenters, Craig Jarko from Castleton Resources and Paul Steffen from Environmental Resources Management. But first, let's kind of set the stage on what's happening in the industry. As you can see, there's been about a 50% increase in the number of active drilling rigs over the past year. And production in the U.S. has increased about 750,000 barrels over the past year in a low price environment. This is the production from the major shale fields. You can see that generally it has been increasing, though recently there was a marked drop in production from the Eagle Ford shale, which I'll explain in just a moment. Here's the chart that I find most interesting. If you would look at the top, you can see the blue and purple lines are the production from Russia and Saudi Arabia, the world's 2 largest producers. But look at the little green line that could. That's the production from the US of A. You can see that production increased from about 6 million barrels a day to almost 9.5 million barrels a day in 2015. The red line is the declining price of West Texas Intermediate. And you can see when it plunged, production in the United States also fell. But look what's happened recently. Even in the low price environment, as we just mentioned, production in the U.S. is up about 750,000 barrels per day. And I mentioned on hurricane in the Eagle Ford shale, there's been a decrease in production. Production dropped between 300,000 and 500,000 barrels per day in the Eagle Ford due to the effects of Hurricane Harvey.